Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check. Walk 54. That's it. One. Defense. Check the backer.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And an alley to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Right there, 56.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll go option to the short side. He finds an opening past the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Desmond King making the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
To throw on second down. McGill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
24 is the mark. Hey, we got to get this stop here.
From the gun, McGill. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. McGill being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 35.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation. But didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. On 1st and 10, McGill. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. They took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea. Probably just a block or two away from making it work.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And now he'll tuck it and run. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Vikings pick up the football. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh. He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Off the play fake, McGill. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the counter, here's Gordon. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got Rodgers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
That's got to be a long... Great. Switch gears.
On play action, Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual
I know.
for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
You ain't going nowhere. Let's find 7. 54's Mike.
Shotgun now for Wentz. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They run it with Balaj. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
24 is the mic. Come on. You better.
To throw on 3rd down. McGill, flush to his right. He gets it to Brown, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This is Miller, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking to throw. McGill eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quentin Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Throwing on 3rd and long. McGill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Antoine Woods. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, a ball battled in the air, and now it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. McGill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, McGill. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Taking it about the 16. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, back man. Defense wins championship, baby.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They'll take this inside the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. First down. McGill into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Hey, red 5-2 on here. 51 the mic. Come on.
Here's Wentz to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Wentz now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
That's how we
Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Push him back.
To throw is Wentz. Sets up the screen to Gordon.
Wentz's pass complete to Melvin Gordon. Brings up 3rd down.
Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And, off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw. McGill. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Eagles.
Ready. Bend it. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Everyone, we got 4. 4 down.
They'll run here with Balaj. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kalen Balaj with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Eagles 7.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence.
Confident that he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Melvin Gordon, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
17 yards and a first down for Philly. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McGill. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Watch the run.
To throw again. McGill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
I got 15. Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
24 is the mic. Hey, let's get this. 24 is the mic.
Check pass.
To throw on third down. McGill, he's going to float this over the middle, deep. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Mike's by 4. You're right.
Hey, empty. Black, come on.
Now Wentz. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on.
Ram. Here, sit.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Alert 3, alert 3.
Stack. Rush in.
Now Gordon. And an alley to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, Vikings. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Off play action. McGill. And an alley to run. Now the ball comes loose, and the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Throwing on 1st down. McGill got a man. It's Brown. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Brown, 81 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike, 54. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Two jet. Run.
Throwing now is Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 19. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Check.
Blue draw quarters.
Right there.
Wentz now on 1st down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Jordan Willis. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Well, now they'll try the end around, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Back at the 32.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
This 5-7.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
From the gun, it's Wentz. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your...
And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Kill.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
49, check. Man, 5-7.
Wentz now to throw. It's complete to Robinson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this. It got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 55 yards. On 1st and 10. McGill, he's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At least by two.
They run it here with Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
High throw, but he makes the catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
I got you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
All day, dog. Hatchet. Check hot route. Hot.
Following the fumble recovery, McGill stepping up. He'll try and run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the 1st.
First down, Philadelphia.
On 1st down, McGill. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Shut up. Get the ball. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Oh, here we go. Hayward. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGill, he's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
3 down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McGill, this one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Check 4.
On 4th down, McGill. Open man is Anderson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They fights him off. Escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, Just a couple seconds extra, please.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
56 the mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
Throwing again. McGill hits his target. The tight end will tie. And they'll get this down to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on 1st down. McGill. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Here we go. Pac-Man.
54. Come to my work.
They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Blue down, blue down. Watch.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Now a 20th carry, number 20 here from Melvin Gordon. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Go. Ready? Hey, empty. Empty.
3rd down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Minnesota, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.